So I'm trying to catch up on my movies for 2026, and the first one that I am catching up on to is the movie Greenland 2 Migration. If you don't know what that is, on IMDb it says the surviving Garrity family must leave the safety of their Greenland bunker and embark on a perilous journey across the decimated frozen wasteland of Europe to find a new home. Already on that, I don't ever remember anything being frozen in the movie, but we're going to go from there and see how, or at least what I thought of the movie. Obviously, this is a sequel to the first one, which I have not seen. So I honestly, whenever I kind of saw previews or trailers for this one, I thought this one looked really good. And I love disaster movies. Like, I know it's not the best movie out there, but like my favorite movie of all time is The Day After Tomorrow. I've watched that movie I don't know how many times, and anytime it's on TV, I will gladly watch it. This movie stars Gerard Butler, who has played in many movies that I'm sure you've seen. It also has Marina Baccarin. I might be mispronouncing that. I first saw her on the Gotham series, and of course she's in the Deadpool movies. Absolutely beautiful woman. And then there was also in like the beginning of the scenes where they were at like a table, and there was one guy that it showed on there, and I was like, I know I've seen him somewhere, but I don't know his name. So like I did IMDb him while I was watching the movie, and he actually played in the show Lilyhammer that was on Netflix many years ago. I don't know if you've seen that, but I absolutely love that show. And then also they had the doctor in the movie, which was Dr. Casey Amina. And I didn't even like recognize her seeing her, but like I heard the way she talked, and I was like, is that Agent Madani off of The Punisher? So I looked that up as well, and it was. We'll say that there was one scene in particular that was during like a bridge scene that was like super high anxiety of while it was happening. Of course, like you kind of figure that they're going to, live on to keep continuing the story, but like still as it was happening, like it's a walking bridge that has like the two handles up top, but the bottom of it's not like wooden planks. It was like one vine pretty much that you had to like stable on as you was walking across it, which whenever I first saw that, I was like, that there's no way I could do that. For this being 2026, and I mean a lot of like I guess big name actors in this movie, and you expected the CGI to be a little bit better. That's one of like the first things I noticed whenever I was watching it. Of course, like everything has to be CGI because it's a disaster movie. Like there are just bad things happening nonstop, and that was like one thing that I noticed off the get go. There were some nitpicks in the, I guess, dialogue that I had while watching it. At one point, there was a scene with this guy and Gerard Butler they were talking, and through the whole thing, and then at the end, like the dad's like, "Hey, will you do this?" And he's like, "I don't know. Will you do it? Well, please, but whatever." And then the wife walks in, which is of course Marina. Yeah, Marina. Her name's Allison Garrity in the movie. She walks in and she's like, "Yes, we'll do it." And I was like, you'll do what? Like you weren't a part of any of that conversation. Like you just walked in and automatically was like, yeah, we'll do it. I have no idea what it is, but we'll do it. And there was another scene later in the movie where, of course, they're in Europe, so like a lot of them speak French, and they walk up. The guy speaks French. The girl, she speaks French because like she had to walk in because Gerard Butler doesn't know French. So like he's talking to him, speaks French. He's like, so then she comes in and she's like, oh, I'll speak French too. That way I can translate for them. And then once she says that, then the guy's like, oh, I'm just going to talk in English now. Like, why would you change that up? Like, to me, that's weird. It's like, you don't know that you don't know what language this guy actually speaks because he didn't say anything at all. But the other French person is speaking French to you, and therefore you would just switch languages. Didn't make sense to me. Of course, almost every stop that they had, there was like just one less person that was in the next scene every single time, and then eventually there was like a bus full of people, and then the next scene it was just like the main characters. It's like everyone is going to the same place, but yet like they're just not there anymore traveling with them. I thought it was weird. The more the movie went on, the less I liked it, and of course like some of the CGI stuff is cool in a sense, but it just got to a point where I was like the longer I watched it, just the less it went down that I would want to keep continuing to watch it. I did continue to watch it until the end, but that's yeah. I was talking to my friend today, and I was like, "Hey, I watched this movie, and I was hoping that I could recommend it to you to watch it. Can't do that." So I guess like restarting my 2026 to catch up in the movies that I've missed so far. This one was not it. I love like disaster movies, so I was really excited to see this one. Pretty much a letdown. I don't know if the first one is better. I know it's about 6 years older. I think it came out in 2020. Have not seen it, So I don't know if you've seen it and you think that one's better, this is worse, whatever it may be. But I guess for my tier ranking for this movie, it's got to be a bottom tier. I'm sorry. There's just, I don't think there's any redeeming qualities in this movie to want to rewatch it or have somebody else watch it. It's just a lot of, I guess, roller coasters in the sense, but it's things that you like, that's happening. It's like, oh, something good happened. Oh wait, nope, it's gonna be bad. Oh, but it's good. Oh no, but it's bad, but it's good. And it just got repetitive in that sense. So pretty high expectations, pretty let down in the movie. It's on HBO Max if you guys want to see it, but that's just I guess my point of view of the movie. If there's any other movies that I need to check out, I do have a list already that I'm going on my phone that I've got. No, that's my top movies so far. Movies to see. Yeah, so I've got like a little list that you guys can't hardly see because there's also the green screen going on. But movies that I need to check out for the rest of the year. So anything else, you guys can let me know. And then maybe sooner or later, those movies that I'll have a review for, because I'm kind of waiting for streaming as well than other movies that are coming out in theaters. So other than that, guys, thanks for watching on Forever After Reacts, and hope you guys have a great day.